this goes into part 3 of the video, which is recommendations. And I have plenty of recommendations because I was there for so long. I'm not saying I'm a professional, but definitely a couple tips that will probably help. And I've already said a lot in the last 2 videos, so this is just to finish it off. So, most interesting tourist site. Honestly, there's so much to see over there that I came back and I had things missing that I didn't see. In Spain, you have to go to Retiro, which is one of their greatest parks. You have to go to their museums. You see so much art that is not in the United States, which is just so culturally have to try paella. That's like a staple food in any place throughout Spain, and it's so good. Sorry, I know that's not a tourist site. So definitely, if you're in Spain, try going to Salamanca, Galicia. You also want to go to Barcelona. Everyone wants to go to Barcelona. Definitely have to go to Toledo and Sevilla. So I can keep naming them, and if I find pictures, I'll also try linking them or linking my Tumblr down below, which is where I have a bunch of pictures of places that you should visit. As for Rome, which was the second half of the program, you obviously have to go and take a tour of the Vatican, and I don't think anybody else in the program did this. So what I did is I woke up super early one morning by myself, and I went to the Vatican at like 7 a.m. The Vatican, you can go in because it's a church, but the actual tours and stuff don't start until like 9 a.m. I super suggest going in the morning, like super early, because if not, there's always going to be a line. You're not going to be able to take it in for what it is. Even if you're not religious, it's just beautiful, amazing view. So definitely take that into consideration. Try to stay away from like the touristy things and find things like Aventine Hill. So at Aventine Hill, you can see the Vatican from a keyhole of a door, and that's like freaking amazing. You're gonna want to visit Trastevere, you're gonna want to visit Campo de Fiore, you're gonna want to visit the Colosseum. Piazza Navona is definitely something you're gonna have to go at and try their gelato there. The Roman Forum, which is actually right next to the Colosseum, you're gonna want to see. And shopping in Rome, I know that's not a tourist site, but you find such great deals there, especially if you're there in June and July. They have like their big summer sales, so you'll find great things. And they have everything from designer to like regular stuff. They even have an H&M, and that's actually right next to the Spanish Steps, so go ahead and see that too. And how can I forget, and that is like staple Rome, you have to go to the Trevi Fountain. If while you're there it's raining, try going to the Pantheon when it rains. It's just beautiful. Outside of Rome, you go to Florence, go to Venice, go to Milan, Bologna. Bologna has really good food. I thought it was like a myth. The food in Bologna is delicious. So I probably could go on and on and on and on and on. But that's definitely a couple places that I suggest in those 2 countries. And as for a couple other places that, as you can tell, I definitely recommend going to Paris. Try going to Versailles, which I didn't get to, and I feel really bad about that. So hopefully I get to return. And go to Germany and try going to Munich, as well as go to the UK, because who doesn't want to know stuff about the Beatles? And if you don't like the Beatles, just go to the UK, because Piccadilly Circle is like awesome. Just go and travel, explore, because that's what it's all about. But don't leave your studies, because that turns pretty ugly if you do. So some must-dos, and that kind of goes back to like tourist sites that you have to see, is travel. Travel as much as you can. I would say save money for both food and traveling, but definitely save your money for traveling, because you don't know when you're going to go back again. Hopefully you all do, but just save your money for travel as much as you can, so that's why I said cook. But definitely when in Italy, have gelato, because trust me, nothing can compare to gelato. Gelato is so delicious. The Italian food is so good. Try Spanish food. Try whatever food in whatever country you're going to, because that is how you're going to immerse in this culture, by trying different things, and one of those is food. Definitely the hugest must do. Have fun and just go out there and travel. And another question that I was asked, and that was, where did you get to go when you traveled abroad? So I went to a lot of places aside from where I studied, which was Spain and Italy, and that was Madrid and Rome. I actually got to go to 30 different cities and 5 different countries. Instead of sitting here and naming them all, I will link them down below. But to make them quicker, the countries that I did visit were Spain, Italy, Germany, France, and the UK. And within all those 5 altogether, I did visit 30 cities. And you're like, how do you do it? Well, that had to do a lot with the question earlier, how to save money. Save money by cooking, save money by not trying to eat everything that you see. Just don't spend and spend and spend. Don't buy a bunch of souvenirs. Buy like essentials if you want to take to your family, because that's what counts. But save money for travel and book your flights in advance. If you're in Italy, train is probably the best way because everything's so close in Italy. If you're gonna fly out to further places, like I said, buy your tickets in advance. And it's so possible to go to a lot of places. Hostels, just look up hostels. I was like so good at finding hostels. Off the top of my head, when I was in Munich, the Wombat Hotel, it was called, but that's a hostel, is like one of the coolest hostels ever, and it's one of the cheapest, and it's a center of the city, great location. Just hostels, keep that in mind. And I will be linking a couple of websites down below that will help you find the hostels you need. And in terms of flying, fly with Ryanair. You're paying for what you get for, so it's not like a 5-star airline, but trust me, as long as you can have a carry-on and you're going to your destination, Ryanair is how you should fly in Europe. And if your program does not apply to Europe, I'm sure Google has the answer of what airline people use when they travel abroad or study abroad and need to constantly fly. A quick side note, which is advice, which is not a question. So, as you guys know, there are a lot of pickpocketers wherever you travel abroad. In my case, it was Europe, and I was super prepared, and I'm throwing this in because it seriously saved my life. So, some people carry those little passport necklaces where your necklace, like your passport's right here, and you tuck it underneath your shirt. You can so see that, like you can see that you're carrying something. So I watch a lot of like traveling abroad TV with my mom. So before I left, I actually ordered a little pouch that you wear underneath your shirt, and it was on ricksteves.com because everyone knows who Rick Steves is. And if you don't, go watch him because it's like super useful. He has like way more tips than I do. And I never got pickpocketed once. And it's so nice because it fits like your important things, and you can carry that on you when you go like on other trips. And you don't have to carry it yourself every day if you go to like school or if you're going to like a field trip. So I'll link that down below. Thank you for watching part 3 of this 3-part series. And if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, I will link those down below. I could probably keep on talking about this for like forever. So if I missed any questions or you guys have any more questions, go ahead and link that down below. And please share this with anyone that's even thinking about studying abroad, has been accepted into a study abroad program. And please don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers by New Year's. I know that's such a small number, but that's a really big number to me. So thank you for watching again.